The fact that Clara's child insults the father, talks to him with so much disrespectful words, is so disturbing. Like, it makes Jonathan to feel like he is nothing. And this was the exact same thing that Jonathan was trying to avoid. That was why he refused to tell the family that he lost his job, just because he doesn't want the family to see him as a failure. But that is exactly what the daughter is doing. And sometimes when she does this and Clara refused to put her in her place, she feels like she's fighting for the mom. But I'm glad with the way Clara decided to caution her, to make her understand that the father will always remain the father no matter what. I'm glad that Clara has to remind her he has been the one taking care of everything in this house. This might just be a short time, setback. You don't see that opportunity to insult your dad. 80% or 90% times when husband and wife fight, their children are always standing for their mothers, and that is why she says she was fighting for her mom. But you need to understand that this marriage is not between you and your dad, it is between your mom and your dad. So they are always going to settle their differences. Now you are making your dad to feel like your mom is the one sending you to insult him. Now I understand the reason why Clara's ex wants to do everything to make sure that Clara is happy. Clara actually sacrificed for him. She sold their land just to send him abroad. And now he has money. He has made a lot of money. All he wants to do is to support Clara, which is good. Jonathan and his family were actually having a breakfast. And then they were all happy. Clara was happy. In fact, she couldn't wait for the next day so that she can go and open her business. And then the daughter, out of joy, asked the father, "Daddy, what will you be wearing tomorrow?" And the father went ahead to ask, "To where? What do you want me to dress to?" And she said, "The business opening, of course. Are you not supposed to be there?" Remember that Jonathan, even though he was at some point trying to bring down his ego to be there, he is still following the bad advice coming from, Vivian. And then Jonathan said that he is not going to that, event, that it is over his dead. He would rather prefer to die than for him to go for that event. Those are, dangerous kinds of words. Like, you should mind your choice of words, the wife said. Because with the way he's sounding like at least it's a death sentence for him to go there to celebrate with the wife. And then the daughter said, "Why don't you want to go there? Is it because another man gave mommy money to open business? That is why you don't want to be there?" Now, the fact that this girl is disrespecting the father so much is so annoying. With the way this whole thing is going, the father could not even say anything, because for him, he's feeling like, "Oh, my wife is the one, pushing my daughter to insult me." And then the daughter said that if you don't want to support mommy because you feel that another man is giving her money to start a business, then you shouldn't be eating this food you are eating right now, because that money also came from the man. How dare you talk to your father like that? Like, is something wrong with you? Even though your father does not have money, doesn't even give you the right to speak to your father like that. There are still a lot of poor people out there that, their children have utmost respect for their parents. You can't start talking to your dad anyhow because he's right now is financially down. Are you serious? The father could not hold it any longer. He decided, he slapped the girl, to correct her. How dare you speak to him like that? And then he angrily left to the room. She ran into the room and met the husband drinking. Now, this is what this man has been avoiding. And right now, it is just right in front of him. If care is not taken, this man is going to go through depression, because that is what will be the end result of this whole thing if he's not taken care of. And when the wife got in, she was like, "Jonathan, you need to calm down. You need to calm down with your daughter." But the man at this point is very angry that you are the one sending your daughter to insult me just because I don't have money now. I'm financially down. That is why you send your daughter to insult me. Jonathan, you need to understand that your wife will never do such a thing. In fact, you married a good woman that will always stand for you no matter what. So I don't think that your accusation right now is true. And the wife told him, "Jonathan, please take it easy on your child. And please come support me, because I'm definitely going to open the business tomorrow. I need you there to support me. And even if you don't want to come, you are free to stay at home. In fact, it is even better you don't come, so that you don't start saying things, that will upset people and scatter everywhere. Now, this is where I don't understand. Are you now saying that your husband talks anyhow? This is the same thing that he was talking about. With what you are saying right now, it is a proof that you are actually sending your daughter to insult him. And Jonathan's wife, Clara, came downstairs to actually take a glass of water. She was already upset based on the fact that the husband is accusing her that she's the reason why the daughter is insulting him. And then the daughter came to meet mommy. Can you imagine dad slapped me? How dare he slap me? And then the mother could not help it but pour water on her. And she was shocked. For the first time, the mother is actually, doing something like this to her. How dare you talk to my husband like that? How dare you talk to your father like that? Are you trying to tell the world that I don't raise you right? I tried my best and I'm still doing my best. How dare you? And the daughter went ahead to tell the mom, Mommy, I was only trying to defend you. And the mother was angry. Defend me from what? Am I a child? If there is anybody that need defense right now, that is a child. It is you, not you defending me. What are you defending me from? The person you are disrespecting is my husband, and he is your father. So how dare you talk to your father like that? Today should be the last day you talk to your father like that. I have warned you, and the next time you are going to try this nonsense again, I will not only pour you water, I will pour you acid, so that you will understand the person you are talking to. The fact that Clara has decided to caution her daughter is so amazing. I am happy, so that she will get to understand that she is not the one to fight in this battle. Teenagers are meant to respect their parents and not disrespect them. Hanks, on the other hand, is not having double mind whether or not to go to Clara's business opening or to go to work. But at the same time, when the mother came to confront him, are you going to be there? He said no, that he wants Clara and the family to actually enjoy the moment, and that he doesn't want to be there to actually cause issues because Clara's husband is going to be there. He wants the family to actually enjoy the moment. This is where I get to understand that this young man in question may actually have a genuine love for Clara. But then, aside the fact that he has a genuine love for Clara, he also have a thing for her. If Clara eventually divorce the husband today, Hans will be here to receive Clara, right? And that is one thing that I am not comfortable with, because this whole thing might end up, causing this family a divorce. But then Hank said that he's not going to be there. Besides, he has a lot of jobs to attend to. And then he told the mother, Mommy, Clara is the reason why I am what I am today. If she didn't sell that piece of land to give me money to travel abroad, I would not be here. So I'm only trying to help her, and make her happy as well. This is the reason why I feel Hanks so much want to help Clara. Clara has actually sacrificed a lot. This relationship needed to stand. But then Jonathan and his friends were actually here, while the friend was telling him, trying to convince him to come for that business opening. Because him too was also, invited by the wife to come for that business opening. But Jonathan, on the other hand, because of his pride and ego, said he is never going there. And he said to him, you have to bring down your ego. That sometimes ego makes you to lose a lot of things, which is true. At this point, Jonathan, you don't have money. You just have to accept, the fact. Accept what is it that is happening. I mean, you showing up there is not going to mean that they will, send you to go and wash plate, just like you said. That you might just get there. That is enough that your wife disrespected you by paying the house rent, but you don't want to go there and your wife will send you to wash plates. Your wife will never send you to do dishes. She is not that kind of person. In fact, from what your friend said, you don't really know your wife. Your wife is a very, very responsible and respectful woman that is always fighting behind your back. It's just that you have decided to choose the negative people. In fact, the people that are giving you negative advice over the positivity in front of you. And the friend said, you know what? I am going to be there because your wife invited me. No matter how you see it, I don't care, but I'm going to honor that invitation. And then the D-Day finally came. The wife was already there waiting for either Hans or the husband to show up, but nobody did. And she was worried. A lot of people came in and they were eating already, out of, out of curiosity whether or not anybody is going to come for her. She had to go down to call Hans. But Hank said, I can't, take this call. I don't want to come there to ruin, your big day. I can come any other day except today. All right, which is very, very reasonable from the side of Hans, But for the fact that Jonathan refused to come is so, so disrespectful. In fact, it's not even nice. But look at it again, that Vivian came to, spoil the show again by telling her, you know what, you need to go to wherever Hans is and bring him here. After all, he earns it. He gave you money to start this business. He's supposed to be here to celebrate with you as just a way of saying thank you for supporting me. But then Clara, on the other hand, you know, knows that what she is asking her to do is not the right thing to do. In fact, it will be like she is pushing too much, which is very true. What if you go out there to bring him and your husband eventually decide to honor the event? What are you now going to say to your husband? You're going to make him feel the worst. The reason why he doesn't want to come will now be in front of you. She doesn't want your marriage to move forward. She doesn't want your business to stand. That is the kind of friend that you have. But we'll get to find out if this whole plot will come to play on the next episode. Please like the video if you have not liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll bring the next episode as soon as you do. But for now,